Hey everyone, Nubkeks here, and welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. In today's episode, we are going to be playing some Tychus for you guys, who is a really high-level assassin, a really good assassin in the game. I gotta be giving him a go. We have BNet player in the chat. Oh, look at this. Smurf looking for group quick match. Master in Hero League. He's such a nice person. He never flamed us, but we were with him. Feels bad, man. As you can see, by the way, I know you guys have been asking for the Lost Vikings. I know you have been. And I would love to play the Lost Vikings for you. I just can't get a game on them. It's been awful. As you can see here, though, look, proof. Here's proof. I've been trying. I swear I've been trying, and soon, okay. But yeah, you're getting Tykus today instead, unfortunately. But this, I promise, this is a really funny game. One of the craziest games I've played. So should give you a pretty cool insight. Anyway, yeah, like I said, he's very good at the moment as an assassin. He's very, very good. He really punishes sort of like immobile heroes, warriors especially, even melee assassins. He just, he can lay down a lot of damage. He's got pretty short range, so his range isn't the best. But if you do manage to set it up with enemy war, like for example, Diablo, is that how you say it? Diablo? People were giving out to me for saying Diablo. I think it's Diablo. I don't know. I don't actually know. If someone could spell it phonetically, they spelled the way I was saying it incorrectly phonetically, and then just spelled his normal name. And I was like, well, I know I can read his name. I just don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Diablo. I think he'd be pretty good against the Diablo rework. Pretty good against Artanis. He's good pretty much against any sort of warrior that's going to be in there looking to soak up a lot of damage, because he could just melt through them. Our team does first pick ETC. I think Tykus is pretty good against ETC, and he's pretty good with ETC. I think the interesting thing about ETC is that ETC is quite mobile for a warrior. So I think like Tyrael and ETC, they're quite mobile, so Tykus is not going to be as great against them. But if you get in a good spot, he can absolutely melt through them as well at the same time. But certainly the grenade is a very easy interrupt to Mosh Pit, which kind of prevents him from taking that. So that's something that is worth considering. You see, they're picking up Abathur. I also think Tychus is very good against Abathur because, the kind of weaker teamfight presence that they're gonna have is kind of gonna enable us to get in there, and then that single target melt we can put on whoever is their warrior, because they're only gonna have probably one. We're gonna be pretty good at dealing with that, so certainly worth picking up Tychus right here. We're gonna go for Odin in this game, but both of his heroics are obviously pretty fantastic. So yeah, there you go. Why the heck not? We pick up right wing too, so we got a couple of globals right here, which is pretty nice. Should have some pretty good counter to the Abathur split push and split soak. I think Tychus, again, like I said, should be pretty decent right here. With the sort of damage we can put down. Gonna remove Illidan too. Just get rid of him. Don't want to deal with him. We should be pretty decent against Tracer. I mean, we got Brightwing, who's pretty good against Tracer. Tychus should be pretty good against her as well. We can stick our Q on her when she comes in. It's like pretty much an aimless skill shot. It's not a skill shot. It's just an ability. We just point and click on her, and then it's gonna force her away. Should be pretty useful. The laser's pretty good against her too. She picks it up. If they do pick her up, I should say. I don't think we're going to need to go for that. They're going to pick up the Malfurion. And one more pick here in this round. And we'll see what that is. And then I'll mention his maps. So you pick up Stitches. And yeah, we're actually going to be very good against Stitches as well. Like I said, big high hit point, immobile warrior. He's just going to be a sitting duck for our minigun. Where we're going to shred through him and have a really good time for ourselves. Looks like we're going to pick up Johanna and Gul'dan to finish off this composition. Just kind of going full in on wave clear, which would be okay. As you can see here, I'm saying Thrall would be a bit better. I feel that, Johanna plus ETC is a bit overkill. I feel like our damage would be very low in terms of that. I mean, we have me and Gul'dan. We've got pretty consistent sustained damage. I felt like Thrall would fit better though. It's still a good front line. Adds a bit of burst damage. And then Earthquake should be really nice right here. Really, really nice. Malfurion, Stitches, even Li Ming, they all hate Earthquake. And I'm going to love Earthquake and Gul'dan. It's going to make it much easier for me and Gul'dan to do damage. And they actually finish off with the Butcher pick, which is pretty interesting. So that's kind of like the name of their game is Butcher plus Abathur, which is a pretty powerful combo, I suppose. I wouldn't say it's the Butcher's best map, but he might be decent here. Fortunately, he's only level 39, so yeah, we'll see exactly how that pans out. Maybe he's a smurf, who knows? Or he's a new player from a different MOBA who's pretty good. Anyway, in terms of maps for Tychus, he's actually pretty good on most maps. He's pretty applicable in general. Some things that are worth noting. That he does kind of on maps quite specially is, well, on Dragonshire and Garden of Terror, his minigun, which does every basic attack, is going to do a bit of bonus damage. In fact, let me actually get the talent calculator. I knew I forgot something. Talent calculator. God damn it. Let me get the exact text of the minigun so I can tell you guys precisely what it is. So his minigun, you can activate it, and each basic attack does 2% of enemy heroes' max health as bonus damage. It lasts 3 seconds. I think you attack 4 times per second.
The battle begins.
You attack really fast anyway. So this will like shred through heroes. Particularly high HP heroes. Well, guess what? It works against the Garden Terror controlled by players and against the Dragonite controlled by players. So he's pretty, you know, it's not bad on those maps for sure. I think he's probably weakest on Battlefield of Eternity. Seems to be the case. And then he's pretty good on maps like, you know, Sky Temple, Towers of Doom, Cursed Hollow. On Blackheart's Bay, of course, the minigun will like shred through the chest, so you can pick up the coins really quickly. You just burn through the chest in a couple of seconds, and boom, you got 5 coins. Pretty nice. Made a pretty good escape. The B-stepping does go wrong, and man, I'm taking some damage right there, which is a bit unfortunate, but not the end of the world. But yeah, I'd say Cursed Hollow is a pretty standard Tychus map. Cursed Hollow, Towers of Doom, they're pretty standard Tychus ones. And Blackheart's Bay, very nice as well. But yeah, he's a good team fighting hero. He's okay, just all around. You see, throwing in the grenade here. We saw Abathur lay down some mines within the in the middle of the minion wave, so we just cleared those out, no problem. Doing some damage to this. Unfortunately, we missed the grenade to the Butcher. We missed the grenade on him. It's not the end of the world. Our teammates have rotated up. ETC is holding the mid lane, and Thrall's doing a great job soloing the bottom lane. So yeah, of course, as well, I think I mentioned this in the chat in the game, but I haven't mentioned it so far, is that, well, Thrall obviously is a great solo laner, and that's something the enemy team very much lacks. Their Abathur actually getting completely caught out, and Gul'dan and myself actually picked off the Butcher over the wall too. So fancy that. The Butcher actually standing too near to Abathur as we were killing him. Abathur not noticing at all. We just get 2 kills. And meanwhile, Thrall obviously killing Li Ming in the bottom lane too. He's just gonna wreck her. There's very little she can do. He's very good at solo laning. She is very not good at solo laning. And that's all she wrote. Pretty much 3 kills for us straight off the bat. And we're level 4 and a talent tier up. Not too bad, considering my level 4 talents here as well. Oh yeah, talents. Level 1, I picked up Press the Advantage, so whenever we dash, it will improve our basic attack range. You can see the extended range circle will kind of pop up, trying to body block the spikes from Stitches so that he can't kill poor old Brightwing. You can see just the sustained damage of myself and Gul'dan. We're just tearing through these guys. We actually pick up a double kill as they got over greedy chasing that Brightwing. So this game is going massively in our favor. ETC actually going straight onto the fort. Doesn't even want to wait for minions. It's got no fear. I did pick up In the Rhythm at level 4. I think that's going to be your best talent overall. What this does is every time we hit a hero with our minigun active, it will permanently increase the duration of minigun by 0.03 seconds. I'm not sure if I actually hover over that quest, but it definitely adds up to quite a lot over the course of the game. You'll notice that my minigun towards the end will last much longer, which gives you much more damage. And it's going to synergize nicely with the healing talents we can pick up at level 13. Not quite there yet, though, so we'll talk about it when we get there. The big option is, well, the bigger they are, which makes your minigun do far more damage to heroes above 40% health, basically double damage against heroes above 40% health, which is extremely powerful, but does nothing to heroes below 40%. But it really does help you, like, burn down enemy warriors and stuff, really secure kills near the start of the team fight. You can see those quest pinks going like crazy, that minigun damage kind of adding up. Now we are low on mana though, and we are sort of slowly losing this fight. The enemy team is just out-sustaining us with the Abathur and the Malfurion. You can see they have all their team members effectively up here, whereas our Thrall decided to split push instead of coming in. Trying to sidestep the Li Ming's damage, but our teammates are being focused down. Unfortunately, Brightwing tries to juke but walks right into our magic missiles. That does go down. We're going to Hearthstone and be fine. I think it was a mistake for Thrall to split push. He's great at staying in the solo lane indefinitely, but as you can see, he really doesn't push it all that well. So I don't know. It wasn't the end of the world. I personally, though, I probably would have sent Thrall up. I think we would have won a full 5v5 very easily. And, you know, just try to push in and try to get 3 tributes right at the start and go from there. If it was someone else down the bottom lane, like a better kind of structure taking or faster pushing solo laner, I might go for that. You can see we haven't seen the enemy team in ages, so we figure they are doing the boss. Gonna finish off this minion wave. We've got level 8 right now. I'm gonna join my team where the enemy team is doing the boss. This is really early for them to try to take it. You can see they're all super low. I'm just gonna flank around kind of aggressively from the side, actually dashing into the root, doesn't matter, getting in on top of them. Malfurion and the Butcher both got caught in the stun, panicking as they try to secure this boss before they all die. We dash in. You can see the extended range from our level 1 talent there on our basic attacks, helping us pick up the kill on the stitches. And that's 3 more kills for us and a boss for us as well, all the while Thrall soaking another lane. It's now level 9 to just about level 7. The enemy team member's dead. There's no reason for us to go to the tribute, so we're just going to push in here, start taking out more turrets and keep pushing forwards for level 10. Enemy team, you can see they're up in the top lane trying to deal with that boss pushing in, which, I mean, a boss this early in the game is pretty weak, honestly. It doesn't do that much. It also, it really gives it away that that's what you're doing, because we can see none of you have been on the map for ages. It takes a long time to kill a boss, and it's not worth that much. It's just a really bad idea to try to take it. It's a really bad idea. I don't know. Unfortunately, Gul'dan, speaking of bad ideas, he does get focused down quite a lot. I picked up Odin at level 10, and I picked up extended range with quarterback on my, oh my god, it's a full team mosh pit. I told you this is a crazy game. I was like, wait, should I pop Odin right now, or should I wait? I don't even know what to do. We're going to come in here, start focusing down the Butcher. He's our main target with our basic attacks, and we do sort of tear through him, start throwing the rest of our stuff over here. Nice Horrify from Gul'dan. Going to dash forwards, focus our basic attacks on the Malfurion as well, and he goes down to another triple kill for our team, losing track of them in this game. It's been pretty brutal. But quarterback at level 7 improves the range of Frag Grenade by 50%, makes it quite a long range ability, and it's a big AoE ability. Very useful on Towers of Doom, Cursed Hollow, Warhead Junction, anything like that. That's another one of Tychus' strengths. With quarterback, super easy to interrupt people trying to channel on objectives, so you can really abuse that. It's very effective. And then Commandeer Odin for my heroic choice. I think, like I said, both choices are really good. Draken Laser Drill, really nice for this sort of consistent damage during the team fight, and also a bit of zoning. So, you know, pretty good against something like a Tracer, right? You throw down the Draken Laser Drill, kind of zones her out. Yeah, I like it a lot. But in this game, I wanted to go for Odin. I wanted to take Odin for a spin, because it's just so much fun. You call down an Odin to pilot. It does take like a couple of seconds to activate. It lasts 23 seconds then. You do more damage, you have a slower basic attack, you've got a much longer attack range, 60% increased attack range, and then you get new abilities. So your Q, which is like a line skill shot, which does a big chunk of AoE damage. Your W, which is this big AoE skill shot, which does a big chunk of damage, and then your E is like a shorter little dash thing. The funny thing about Odin, right, is that Odin wasn't that good for, well, it was really good for a while, then they nerfed it, because it basically gave you a whole new health bar, and it was really OP. Then they nerfed it a lot, and it kind of fell off a good bit, and Draken Laser Drill kind of took over with the Tykus. I think it was with the Tykus rework, I don't quite remember. I'm not a big Tykus player. But Odin is really coming back. They made it, gives you resistant now. I don't know if I mentioned that, but you take 25% less damage while it's active, which is really useful. There you go. It takes maybe 2 or 3 seconds to activate. It feels like a long time anyway. You can see resistant and just going in. But I really don't have a clue as to how the freaking, like, the cooldowns are or anything. I just fire this shit off. And I think that's great. I think that really fits in with the theme of Odin and Tychus in the Odin from StarCraft 2. He was just, you know, just shooting stuff. Just shooting stuff. He's going crazy. Another beautiful mosh pit, another couple of kills. We are just absolutely annihilating the enemy team. We are onto the core right now, and the core, of course, does splash damage. I really would have wanted the Thrall to start tanking some of this. I think this is a big mistake not to have Thrall tanking anything. But ETC eventually goes down. He had a nice juke on the Li Ming. 40% on the core. The enemy team is respawning. Brightwing does take the Arcane Orb to the face and starts getting focused down right here. I turn around and I start using my minigun, trying to heal off of the Butcher and try to take him out. Our last few shots go in, and actually 4% on the core. 4% on the core. I was kicking myself afterwards. I was thinking, oh, if only I had shot the core instead of shooting that goddamn Butcher. The idea, though, of shooting the Butcher was that I picked up That's the Stuff at level 13. So I'm going to concede. Basically, this makes your minigun heal you for all of the bonus damage it does. So as we're shredding all that max HP off the Butcher, it's healing us up for all of that max HP as well. So I figured it'd be worth using the minigun on the Butcher to like push him off us and then to heal myself up again. Didn't actually work out. In hindsight, should have focused the core. Then there were little things that everyone could have done better in that sort of crazy situation. So, don't blame myself too much. 4% on the core. This is looking pretty good for us overall. Very difficult for them to deal with this. Li Ming is here. We're going to actually just throw our Q on her. She misses all of her stuff, which is very nice. Thank you very much. We hit her with a grenade as well. You can see that's enough to take off half of Li Ming's HP. The enemy team is following us down. We have able to dash out. Luckily, Malfurion messes up his roots. And we pop Odin and kind of start turning things around, dashing forwards and firing our attacks out. Li Ming has got no mana, so this is a pretty good fight for us. Clone comes in, we're throwing down the W to clear out these minions, focusing our attacks in on the Stitches as well, helping take him down. Malfurion moving forward, trying to keep him alive there. Li Ming has left long before, though, it looks like. Hearthing back, and the Butcher was just doing merc camps. So, in the end, it turned out my aggressive move wasn't too bad. And worked out for us. So there you go, we're going to take this boss. And then look to push in and probably finish the game with this. We'll see though, because the Butcher is, of course, in the bottom lane. He's going to be able to grab a curse for the enemy team. And with 2 heroes dead, of course, they're not going to achieve too much in this curse. And with the boss pushing in, they're not going to achieve too much. They'll get a bit of XP to get back in the game, but it's not the end of the world. And certainly leaves us open to a curse. It prevents them from having a better curse later on. Stitches going for the hook, unfortunately does not land it, and we're able to simply stand there and shoot away and not worry too much. The Butcher doing a split push to the bottom. Use our W to clear out of mine. Gul'dan was going to clear it out as well though. Stitches trying to hook once again. You can see the healing from our minigun. We're getting like 95 health, 58 health whenever we shoot a Malfurion with that minigun damage. It's pretty good. We picked up Titan Grenade at level 16 as well. So our Frag Grenade will do 5% max HP damage bonus. Pretty nice. It's a pretty good ability. Just trying to scare off this Li Ming a little bit. Big Sunder comes out. Almost ruins Mosh Pit, but not quite. And there you go. We throw a grenade in as well. Take out the Li Ming clone. Stitches goes down too. There's nothing he can do. He just gets melted. And we're going to pop Odin at this point. Start shooting stuff towards the Hall of Storms, and the boss, with its last sliver of HP, takes out the last shields and 4% on the core. The enemy Butcher just split pushing. He's just done. He was done with this game. Like I said, guys, absolutely crazy game. Really crazy game. A lot of BM, a lot of madness. But it was a bit of fun, so I thought you guys would enjoy a fun game. Anyway, we actually got MVP with 45% of hero damage done, which is, you know, that's a lot of hero damage done. ETC devastated he did not make it in. Really, really upset he didn't make the MVP screen. We actually got more XP than the average player as well, which is nice. But you can see we did 45,000 hero damage. We did a whole ton of hero damage. Press the advantage in the rhythm. Quarterback, Commandeer Odin. Very cool heroic. That's the stuff. And Titan Grenade. It's a pretty standard Tykus build, honestly. This is probably like the meta Tykus build. Level 20 then. Honestly, you got a lot of good options. I suppose Big Red Button will generally be the go-to, which makes Odin last 50% longer, which is really nice. And it makes then the W for Odin, that big AoE thing, also fire a nuclear missile, which is, I don't know, just more damage. I think it's the longer lasting duration, though, is the main thing you're going to pick up. I also do quite like Bob and Weave, which is it upgrades your E, your running gun, and also the dash, the Odin's thrusters when you're in Odin form, to have 2 additional charges which is just really nice. Just a lot more mobility. Probably would have picked that up in this particular game, actually, just to dodge Li Ming and the Butcher and Stitches, just to kite them more. I think it would have been really effective, so I would have gone for that in this particular game. Of course, we were kind of owning, so we didn't get anywhere near close to the end of the game. But yeah, there you go. Hopefully a bit of an insight into Tychus. Obviously, you know, those stats, like getting that much hero damage, that's because it was a mental game, right? That was not your standard game. Generally speaking, though, I would expect to have quite high damage output on Tychus. You could see just how much of a hurting we could put onto that Stitches, even onto the Butcher when they came in. Just really being able to bully them around, kind of kite them out, and just pump tons and tons of damage into them. And that's kind of what Tychus does best. And then, of course, Odin giving you a much longer range and all this like AoE damage too. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Obviously, I think you'd want to try, probably ideally, to use your cooldowns before you go into Odin. That's tough. And again, like I said, in this game there were a couple of circumstances where like, will I pop Odin out? Will I not? Like, for example, they're caught in a mosh pit, so should I just shoot them, or should I pop Odin immediately? I don't actually know. That is pretty interesting. It's fun. I'm not a huge fan of Tychus myself in terms of fun. I think he's quite fun. I kind of go on and off him. I get phases where I really get into him and he's a blast. But generally speaking, he's not my favorite assassin, so I don't play him too much. But as you can see, he's still really good when you do pick him up, and highly recommended. Anyway, give it a thumbs up, guys, if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all next time for more Heroes of the Storm. Bye-bye.